Okay, today we have a short lesson. I'm just going to go over three problems, and the first problem we have is p divided by 2 minus 7 equals negative 2. Go through the 5 steps. If you don't have them memorized, then have out your guided notes and use the steps that I've given you to help you solve the problems. So step 1 is look for distributive property. We don't have any parentheses in this problem, so we don't need to do distributive property. So we go to step 2, we look for like terms. Like terms means things that can be combined. The terms we have here are p divided by 2 and minus 7 is the second like term, or second term. To decide if they're alike, they both have to have the same variable, or they both have to just be plain numbers. And by plain numbers, I mean positive or negative, but without any variable. And in this case, one has a variable, one doesn't, so they can't be combined. That brings us to step 4. They're subtracting 7, so we add 7 to both sides. Those will zero out. If we have 2 negatives and 7 positives, that's going to give us a positive 5. Step 5, they're multiplying by 2, so we divide both sides. Sorry, start over. They're dividing by 2, so we multiply both sides by 2. And that will cancel out, and we get p is equal to 10. Number 2, probably the hardest problem we've got this week, and that's 9 minus 3 times the quantity n minus 5 equals 30. Step 1, look for distributive property. Well, we have it because we have parentheses. Now the key here, the problem here is, what are you multiplying by? You're multiplying by a negative 3. Look at the sign in front of the 3. Don't just look at the 3. So I'm going to bring the 9 down, and I'm going to go negative 3 times n is negative 3n. Negative 3 times a minus 5, that's a minus and a negative, they cancel out and give us a positive 15, bringing down the 30. Step 2, look for like terms. The terms in this case are a positive 9, look at what's in front of the 9, a negative 3n, and a positive 15. So when we're looking for like terms, we're looking for the same variable. In this case, we only have one term that has a variable, that's the negative 3n, and we're looking for numbers that don't have any variables. In this case, we got the positive 9 and the positive 15. So we can combine that positive 5 with the positive 15, and that'll give us 24. Bring down the negative 3n, bring down the 30. Step 4, subtract 24 from both sides. That'll zero out, and that gives us negative 3n. 30 minus 24 is 6. Divide both sides by negative 3, and we'll get 1 over 1, or we'll get 1 and a negative 2. Okay. Number 3, I'd like you to try to start that one on your own, see if you can do it. When you're ready, go ahead and pause, and then when you're ready, come back and see if you got the right answer. Okay, no distributive property here. What are our terms? We have a positive 7, a negative y, and a positive 5y. Sometimes it helps to think of that negative y as being a negative 1y. So what terms do we have? Like I said, positive 7, negative 1y, positive 5y. We've got 2 y's in there, so those are like terms. They can be combined. One's a negative. I got 1 negative, 5 positives. Combine those together, that gives me 4 positive y's because the negative and the positive are going to cancel each other out one time. Step 4, subtract 7 from both sides. That'll zero out. And 9 minus 7 is 2. Now at this point, some of you might be going, I can't do that because I can't go 2 divided by 4. But it's okay to do that. 2 divided by 4 is going to be 1/2, or 0.5. So it's okay to have fractions. We have fractions all the time in real life. It's not a big deal. So that basically covers it. It's a short lesson today. If you have any questions, you can post them on Edmodo, or you can come in before school or during lunch. Thank you very much.